and driving 80 yards to score at the at the end to give yourself a chance to maybe win the game?
I mean, yes, encouragement, but I mean that's the expectation. If you want to be great, that's the expectation. It's not just because it's a big game. It's every game. It's every day. It's every practice. It's every rep. That's the expectation, and that's what we expect, and that's what we're going to get.
Next, Chad.
Jamal, I know you got a game left this season, but can you just speak to how much this team has grown and how far you guys have come since August?
Yeah, I can. I'm going to just start off with the word family. Inside the locker room, on the field, off the field, this team moves as a family. And the growth just from the summer workouts, taking on to fall camp, just coming into the season, it's been a full-on growth, not just one side of the ball, just being offensively, defensively too, special teams too. It's been a growth throughout the season. And just from this game, I'm pretty sure y'all can tell the way we fought, we have an identity. We have an identity, and we're definitely going to keep coming.
Anything else? Kelly?
For both of you guys, can you talk about your offensive line? They were really controlling the line of scrimmage, especially in the first half, pushing around a very good run defense, and it seemed like you guys had a lot of holes to operate in the run game.
I mean, yeah, like I said before, and in every other week, the way they prepare, the way they work hard, how gritty they are. I really can't say enough about them. They just work hard, and like that's really what makes a team. If you can control the line of scrimmage, you have a chance in any game.
Other position groups challenge them, but the biggest part about that offensive line, they challenge themselves each and every day, day in and day out, and they challenge themselves, and it shows.
Haynes, Eric had a big day today. 96 yards after struggling a little bit coming into this game, but what did you see from him today? Did he just ready to let it loose?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, with him, he stayed after a couple times and threw with me and kind of got that groove back going again on catching the passes. And the more repetition you get, the better you're going to be. And when things like that happen, you start struggling. You take a deep breath, go back to the basics. What are the basics? Looking the ball in, catching the ball. It's same with quarterback. You're struggling. What are the basics? Go back to the basics. Trust the process. Just get reps in it, and just like a pitcher or a shooter, you got to throw yourself out of it. You got to shoot yourself out of the slump. Same with receiver. You just got to keep getting reps, catches, and that's what he did. And like I said, he works at it. He works hard. He wants to be great. And that's what he's going to do. Keeps doing that. Everything else is going to fall in place.
Yes. Rod? Rod and then Chad.
Jamal, there was times where you split out, had the empty backfield. Did you see something going into the game where you felt you could take advantage of some mismatches there?
Yeah, we did a lot of film work, just knowing that we can get probably a linebacker on me, or even if it's not a linebacker, I'm a previous receiver. So any chance we can get a good one-on-one on and try to take it, we just got to win our one-on-ones at the end of the day. But, yeah, we did a lot of film on it.
Chad, and then Ken to wrap us up.
Haynes, just your thoughts on the future of this program and how bright it is and how excited you are to be a part of it.
I mean, it's just the first step. And I'm going to stay true to my words. I love this program, love the people in it, love the way they're trying to do things, and they're doing it the right way, and it's showing. And like I said, it's only up from here. And as long as everybody sticks together, trusts the process, and getting better and competing against each other each and every day, we have no choice but to get better.
Okay. Ken, if you want to wrap us up.
Haynes, I want to ask you about two plays. One was the fake end around direction, the direct snap to Dante. Kind of how much you've been working on that, where did that come from? And then two, the throw to Eric at the end of the first half. It seemed like you had to put it in a very, very tight spot, and just kind of how did that play unfold from your?
Which one, Eric?
The one where he threw it in the end zone. He stepped out of bounds.
Oh, just out right before the half.
Yeah.
Well, the first one, I mean, we're just watching film, just kind of saw it on film, somebody else previously running it, not necessarily on Georgia, but somebody else. And with what we do and the weapons we have, we thought it would work great. It was really designed to try to hit the tight end leaking out late, but they had to jack the stand-up, and he ended up staying with him, so I just took it and ran. Then the other one, I mean, towards the end of the half, 2 minute, they know they run a lot of two-man and stuff like that. Felt like the safety was staying somewhat on the slot receiver, so I could try to fit it in there on Eric and throwing it upfield where if he catches it while going out of bounds or catches it while in the touchdown going out of bounds, where it takes a shot off him, and we're catching it and we're getting out of bounds because I think it was like 9 seconds left or something like that. So knew I really couldn't leave it in the playing field, or we'd have trouble trying to get the next snap off or trying to kick a field goal.
Okay. Thank you, fellas.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Else, we'll go ahead and open the right for questions for Kyle and Daquan. Questions, Kelly?
For both of you guys, they've been pretty prolific this season. Offense, you guys played well. Defensively, played the whole game, including the next last drive where you got the pick to stop them and go down and score. Just kind of what were you seeing from the Georgia offense today?
I mean, we knew coming in that we got to stop the run. I mean, so we were scheming them up, game planning it up. I mean, they definitely gashed us a few times. We knew they were an explosive offense. So, I mean, our plan was to stop their explosive plays, and I think we did that for the most part, or as best we could. I mean, that's really all I got to say about that.
When you look at Milton as a defense, I guess you knew you couldn't do any arm tackling with him, and you had to do a lot of gang tackling. Is that what you were trying to do going into the game?
I mean, we always talk about having gang tackling regardless. I mean, obviously you can't really arm tackle anyone in Power 5 football. So I mean, 11 has to the ball. I mean, that's all we gotta do is just swarm.
Yeah, like Kyle said, it's not really about a specific player. Like week by week, we try to get more hats to the ball, more effort, more consistently. We call it population to the ball. So like the more people around, more good things happen. So we work on that every day. So not so much week by week, but we are steadily improving, trying to get better at that.
Guys, 6-6, going to a first bowl game since 2018. What do you make of the growth of the defense specifically, just this season since you've been a part of it, since going back to August?
I mean, there's definitely been growth. I mean, regardless, the season goes on. I mean, we're down to improve. I mean, so going on, started off kind of slow. I mean, but getting into it now. I mean, we feel like we're starting to build a culture that we want on the defensive side of the ball.
Daquan, you've been here through a lot. You'll get your first bowl game coming up, and you went through senior day and all that today too. Just kind of what was it like emotionally for you going through the day today, and maybe, I don't know what your plans are for the future, but just playing your last game maybe.
Yeah. No, it was slightly emotional. It's a lot going on, but I try to keep my head focused on the game. Being out there with my parents, it was a good time. Just taking it all in, and it started made me think about when I did come in 2019 and where we were at and how far we've come. So, I mean, I'm really proud of how far we've come over these past few years. There's still steps and strides to take, so that's what we plan on doing.
Anything else for these guys? Ken?
Daquan, could you actually describe a little bit how far you feel like it's come and where you've gotten better and what things you still need to improve on?
Yeah, I say for the most part, it's just about execution. Guys just doing their job when that job needs to be done, and then playmaking when that play is there to be made. Who's the guy that's going to be able to get off that block and go make that tackle? So I think it's execution and being able to have playmakers around.
Anything else? Everybody in the back? Go.
Have you got, I mean, I know the game just ended, but is it exciting that you guys have a bowl practice, that this is not the end of the year, and that there's one more game coming up. You don't know who you're going to play for a while, but just is there some excitement that there's something beyond this now?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different feeling knowing that there's going to be another game. I mean, it's not the end of our season. But, I mean, we haven't really thought about the bowl too much. We've just been focused on Georgia. Now go ahead and move on, put our heads down, get on work for this bowl game.
Anything else?